forward to? What do you? So you write novels. So
Yeah.
it almost answers my next question because I was going to ask, like, is there something that you kind of put your time into that isn't really well known or isn't really based off your channel, but you've got what, 9 books before you even started YouTube, right? You had 9 books.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jesus,
Yeah.
is that pay well as a redneck man? I need
Well, nowhere near as much as YouTube does, put it that way. And in the time it takes me to write a novel, you're talking at least 6 or 7 months of just, pure writing. Like, I could produce probably 50 videos in that time. Like, it's crazy,
yeah,
like, and make it like way more. But it's a rewarding thing because if you've got a story you want to tell, then there's something really cool about being able to do that. So I do enjoy it. It's just I got to balance my time now because I can't just stop making videos for 6 months while I go off and dick around writing a book. So I got to be a bit more careful about it.
did
But
you ever think that your YouTube would grow to the heights it is now?
no idea. No way. I thought if I ever got to 10,000 subs, that would be awesome. Like,
Yep.
I would consider myself like I've made it. I've become a YouTuber. But yeah, it just kept going. I
Yeah.
never expected it. I just I rode the wave, man, and just enjoyed it as it was happening.
Yeah, dude. So now, look, I'm not in any way, shape, or form in the same position, but I remember if I could get to 10,000 subs, that would change my life. And it was one day. It was the first day, actually. So I put out a video. I worked at a store called GameStop for 11 years,
Hmm.
and it was an awful job. It was okay for the first couple of years, but it started getting real bad. And I saw this guy. He made a video saying, "I worked at GameStop for 3 months. Here's my story." And I'm like, "Well, I worked there for 11 years." So I had left GameStop, and I just shot a video of my cell phone. And it was, the name of the video was, "I worked at GameStop for 11 years. Here's my story." And I think it got like 10,000 views because I put it on Reddit, and it somehow hit the front page of Reddit. Just got lucky. And I was like, cool. So I started releasing a video a week talking about GameStop and like different stories. Cause I mean, when something takes off, you just keep doing it, right?
Yeah,
Um,
totally.
yeah. So I did it for 6 months, and then my videos are getting like 100 views a piece, and I didn't really think about it anymore. So I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and focus on my real job. So I stopped doing it for like 2 weeks, maybe. And I was at my friend's graduation, and I went to bed. I was laying in bed, and I went to bed, and then I woke up at like 8 a.m. and I noticed I had like probably over 1,000 notifications combined on different apps. And I was like, what's going on? And what I have, I had like over 1,000 people follow me on Twitter, Instagram, thousands. And I was like, I don't know what the hell's going on. So I went to my YouTube Studio app, and I had 250 subs, I think, or 283. And I refreshed it, and I had 9,800.
Yep.
And I was like, what? And then every
It's
time I refreshed it, it would be like another 1,000. So by the time I got home 2 days later, I had 30,000 subs. And I was like, well, God,
That's incredible, man.
oh my
Like
God.
that's quicker than mine.
Yeah.
Like that's a hell of a thing.
But, and I hit 100K subs within 9 months of that happening. And then it kind of slowed down a little bit there because, I mean, you can only talk about GameStop so much. And I still do today because there's stuff happening all the time. And I talk about other companies, but yeah, I never thought I'd ever get to even 10,000, let alone 100,000. So like, I've already considered myself winning the YouTube like game. just for the fact that I hit that 100K. That was, I never even thought was possible.
It's just yeah, you have that initial feeling of like panic almost like, oh my God, what the hell's happening? Like suddenly people are like paying attention to my channel. Like am
Yeah.
I now gonna like get loads of abuse from people? Like I don't know where the hell this is going. Um and then yeah, like you can either, I guess, kind of crumple under that and just think like I'm bowing out. I don't want to be part of this, or maybe you don't know what to do next, or you can try and like think, well, okay, what do people enjoy about the work that I'm doing? Like how can I improve on that and keep producing good stuff? And that's what both of us, I guess, have been able to do. And it's been pretty productive for both of us.
It's like I had this weird like moment where I was like, well, I think when I like saw this happen, I was like, I think my life just changed. like,
I had that. Like, it wasn't so much that I knew or anything. It was more like, where the hell could this lead? Like, could I end up getting 1 million subs one day? Like, I don't know.
well, yeah.
Um, yeah, apparently yes.
Yeah, dude. I remember when you hit 1 million subs, like I was, yeah, that I was like, you. I don't really know if I cheer on most people. I think I do in general if I consider them like friends, I guess. But yeah, when you were about to hit 1 million subs, I was like, I was probably in your comment section going, "Woo, like, let's go!" Because I like the content. So I was like, hell yeah, do it, man. Because there's too much nowadays and I see it, dude. I see it all the time. There's so many people that want you to fail. Like in my comments every day are people wanting me to fail. There's people wanting my channel to get deleted. They want me gone for whatever reason. And there's just not many people like cheering you on. So I feel like it's kind of I guess it's not a rare commodity. It's just the people that are angry are the loudest.
Well, I think it's human nature. Like you could see like 100 positive comments from people.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's nice, but like it doesn't really make an impact after a while. But then you see like one really negative comment from someone, and that's the one that like sticks with you. It's human nature,
Yeah, dude.
But you just the thing I always say to people is like, you've just got to find a way to not react to it.
Yeah.
Because the moment you do, you're just going to encourage more people to do the same thing.
Yep. Yeah, and now I pride myself on the fact that I was able to. I don't react to any of them, to be honest. But every now and then, it depends on my mood. If I'm in like a real shitty mood, like the girl that I was supposed to hang out with didn't show up, I'm having an existential crisis. I'm getting older. I see like a couple more gray hairs, and then I just happen to open YouTube Studio, and it's a damn hate comment. I'm just like, God, it just all of the things culminate into like one just angry moment where I'm like, you sons of bitches. I guess I'll go to Twitter and take a screenshot. Make myself feel better about it because people are like,
one must make an example of this man.
Yes, I like the ones that are just stupid. Like, I'm sure you get this all the time, man. I'll say something. So I did a video recently about Linus Tech Tips, the YouTuber, and he has his own company. And there's a few practices within his company that are kind of shady, and I talk about those kind of things sometimes. So I was like, hey, here's what I'm seeing, and I prefaced it with certain things that were important for contextual reasons. And it was like 20 seconds into the video or 17 seconds in. And dude, I was getting a comment every time I freaking looked at my phone. And it's like saying saying, hey, you're a liar because this is actually what's happening. And I'm like, dude, I said that in the first 17 seconds. You didn't even watch the video. They just saw the title and commented. And I'm like, you bastards. I said the thing, man. I said the thing and you don't even care. You're just here because you're angry. And God, that's the one thing that you'll never have to worry about. But I usually don't either. Is I made a video talking about another YouTuber just because it's a similar, like they have a company, and I was talking about their company, and it pissed off a lot of people. It's my most downvoted video of like all time. Now, granted, it's only like 85%. Like it's 85% upvote, 15%.
Oh, that's fine. Gosh.
Yeah, usually it's like 99.4% upvote. But it was like 85% because all these people came from this other guy and they were just so angry. But it did result in some views. So at least there's that. Oliver R says, I'm also a critical drinker. Greetings from Germany. Yeah, I stopped for 2 months because I was trying to lose a little bit of weight for the like spring season. And then I made the mistake of going to Vegas and I got drunk every day. And now I'm just back to drinking. It's just great. I just can't stop. Love it.
Well, the way I look at it is like drink more efficiently, so just have like spirits. And so there's not many calories in them, but they get the job done pretty quickly. I'm actually going to Germany in a couple of weeks, actually. I'm going to go to Berlin for the weekend. So looking forward to that.
Yeah. Well, Luke Voss, you deserve it. You deserve it, you son of a bitch. He's like, way to throw us under the bus. Yeah. Y'all bitches in the chat, by the way. By the way, bitches in the chat, like the stream. Oh, we already hit the like goal. See, I've been drinking too much, drinker. I'm sorry.
It's what happens when people are around me. What can I say?
Yeah, dude. I wasn't gonna drink, and then we started the stream, and I was like, "Well, I saw you sipping on something," and I'm like, "Fuck, that makes me want to sip on something." When you see it happen in front of you, like you might see two dudes like making out, and you're like, I don't know, like that looks.
So I'm gonna give it a try. Why not?